Hi guys, thank you for joining me again. Today I'm going to plant some seeds in my grow bags and pots. But before I do that, I want to take a few minutes to show you how I prepare my soil. In here, I have some of my compost soil. I have some cheap old topsoil. I have some peat moss. And basically, I'm going to add some um, blood meal to this. And then I'm also going to add some worm casting. So just a couple of handfuls of blood meal. And then I'll do a couple of handfuls of worm casting. So basically this helps to enrich the soil, give it a little bit more body, especially with that kind of cheap topsoil that I already have in there. And then when I'm done, I'm going to mix this all together. So basically, if you come over here and kind of look a little closer, I'm just using my hands. I could always use a shovel or a spade to do this, but using my hands to kind of mix everything together. And then once I have this all nicely mixed in, I'm going to come back with my pots and show you how I pull everything together, put them in a pot and plant my seeds. All right, so fill in the pots. These are some grow bags that I'm going to grow stuff in. Just want to make sure I show you. I mean, a lot of people don't like using grow bags because yes, they will. The plant roots will grow through the bag sometimes and get entwined, but I'm just doing some flowers and I think an herb today, so it shouldn't be too bad. But let me go ahead and fill these pots and I'll get back to you when I'm ready to plant. All right, so my bags are filled and I'm ready to plant a couple of seeds. I'm actually going to do some nasturtiums. These are some that I saved, some seeds that I saved from this year's flowering and dropping seeds, because these are straight from my garden. I'm going to do a couple more Scotch Bonnet peppers, Jamaican Scotch Bonnet, because the ones I planted doesn't seem to be coming in. I've never planted flying saucers. It's a morning glory flower. So I would just want to throw a couple of these in and see how they do. And then I'm also going to plant some echinacea. So echinacea is something that people drink in teas and stuff, but I find the flower to be so beautiful. I think they're called cornflower, and this is the purple cornflower one that I'm planting. In this jar, I actually had rooted some basil because I don't know if you remember when I did my raised beds, I pulled out a lot of the basils out of there. So basically, I put them in water and let them grow roots. So here's an example of one that has roots. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in soil. And then eventually, I probably will transfer it out of the pot back into some part of the garden. But I love these basils. They're African blue basils. And they bring in a ton of bees. Of all the flowers, of all the plants I have in my garden, this is the one that attracts the most bees. So I'm going to go ahead and plant some of these seeds. And then when I'm gone, I'll come back and kind of show you what that looks like. So guys, here's what I've done. So far, I've planted my nasturtium seeds. I've transplanted this basil into soil, out of water. I have my echinacea seeds over here. And I have some flying saucer flowers in these little pots. And then over here, I have some Scotch Bonnet peppers. So watering everything nice and good when you plant. And then for the next couple of days, I'll keep watering to make sure that they stay moist and that these can germinate and growing. All right, guys, thank you. As you can see, I record in the evenings when the sun is down and it's a little cooler. But thank you for joining. Plant something, grow something today.